First of all, I want to start off by saying this to Carla, the one and only and newest Carla Trevino. I ain't apologizing for no motherfucking thing to you, first of all, because you didn't do anything but make yourself look worse. Second of all you did was to confirm everything we put out there for you. You didn't bring anything new. But because you decided to act like you're this humble person, best friends of everybody's best friend, we're going to go ahead and disclose a little bit more information. And that's why we have Tasha joining us and we have Menace joining us. So if everybody wants to go ahead and record this for Carla, you can. So yeah, nobody's apologizing to you, Carla, ever. Okay, sorry, ladies.
Can I
It's all
apologize?
yours.
I'd like to issue my personal and very warm apology to Carla on behalf of myself, okay, and my followers. We want to send you a big fat mother frickin' middle finger right up the kazoo, okay? Because we're sorry that you're so fake. We're sorry that you're so stupid you couldn't even expunge your criminal records before they got released. Okay, you're a boss of begging. You ain't shit. You won't ever be shit. And you know what? You're a sorry deadbeat mother, just like your bestie. That's why y'all got along so well. You're a snake in the grass. And there's my apology. Period.
My turn? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. It's my turn. So, Carla, aka the dumb one, I'm not apologizing for shit. And let me tell you something. Go and clock it, because you're going to have to clock in when they tell you to get up for breakfast. They're going to clock in when you get up for lunch. They're going to clock you when you have to get for dinner. They're going to clock you when you want to have visitation. They're going to clock you for everything, because you don't clock shit on this app. The only thing you clock is making yourself look like a goddamn fool. And let me tell you something. When you bring me up, when you sat there and brought me up again today and started laughing, you didn't clock shit. I'm not going to feel sorry for you when you're rocking that orange. I'm not feeling sorry for a damn thing when you can't put in your extensions. I'm not feeling sorry for a damn thing when you're sitting there crying and missing your family. I'm going to sit here and you know what? Stop. Stop begging people. Stop messaging people. Stop telling them, please, oh my God, get her to drop these charges, because I'm standing on 10 toes and I'm standing on business. I am not sorry for pressing charges against your sorry ass. I'm not sorry for when you're going to be sitting in jail. And I'm not sorry for your downfall that you prey upon everybody else in this fucking app. So I'm not sorry for a damn thing.
Okay. You think she got the message, y'all?
I think it's very clear.
You know, I'm sorry, Natasha. Next time you're going to have to, hold back a little bit.
I loved it.
I did too. I did too. So, do we want to start with doing a recap on her delusional story of lies with Pancho today? I think I caught a part, y'all. Somebody tell me in the chat. Was there a part where she said she never served any jail time? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think the receipts are on my page. She did 4 days and had a $20,000 bond. She served 4 solid days in jail. Okay, so let's clear that up. That's one of them. I was driving when I was listening to it, so I didn't catch a lot of it. Was there anything else y'all heard that you just knew? That was the one thing I said, because when Pancho asked her point blank if she had ever done any time in jail, she said no. That was a lie. The receipts are on my page. She served 4 days. And she got probation.
Yep.
She sure did.
And whoever wants to start, I know I was talking to Menace very briefly in the morning, so either you or Menace, whoever wants to start off.
I'll start. So let me just clock it, because I'm tired of it. I'm real tired of it. So she brought me up again today for absolutely no reason. And I'm going to say this. She continues to contact people, which I have receipts and text messages that she has sent to specific people, which I will be showing and posting on my page since she's all about receipts. We might as well show them, okay? So I'm going to post those. where she's begging people to contact me to please drop the charges. What can I do to get her to drop the charges? What can I do? What can I say? Her apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that she is sick and that I learned that she was really sick. No, because you know what? If you go back on my TikTok to July of last year, there's actually a video on my TikTok of me being in the hospital thanking them. Another thing, I showed my medical records. I showed my medical records both to Menace and to Carol to prove exactly how sick I am. I don't need to go on here and spread all of my medical documentation or anything, but I showed them. The next thing, I also showed the case numbers to Carol and to Menace about going to the cops, about pressing charges, and I am not going to back down. See, the thing is that she thought that she was going to make me back down, and begging people to get me to back down, it needs to stop, because we're just laughing. When you sit up here and you brag that, oh, I have this and I have $20,000 on my wrist, keep going, girl. Keep going. Keep bragging about all your assets, because you know what's happening? I'm clocking it and sending it to my attorney. So that way, when you sit here and you tell people, I don't have no assets, I don't have nothing, oh, I can't claim this. Well, you were just on live talking about you got 20K sitting on your wrist. So let's go. You want to know the actual charges? She's getting charged with revenge pornography. She's getting charged with harassment. She's getting charged with extortion. She's getting charged with, there's a couple other ones on there. And then she acts like sitting here and deleting her Discord. Girl, your mods are not your friends. Your mods are not your friends, because you know why? Your mods are the ones who sent me the pictures of your Discord. Your mods are the ones who are feeding me information. Your mods that you so talk about that they have your back, ain't nobody have shit for your back. Girl, because they're all in my DMs, they're all in my messages, and they're all sending me the stuff from your Discord. Sitting here acting like you're gonna sit here, you're gonna delete your Discord after you release those pictures? You're a clown, girl, please. We all know what you did. We all know what the other two did. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy the fact I said my only hope and prayer out of this whole thing, my only hope and prayer out of this entire thing is that she gets arrested on live for all of us to watch it.
I would definitely pay for a subscription for that.
Definitely will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And guys, I just want to say something too, because today when she was, you have to understand, Carla is, she's the self-proclaimed queen of TikTok. She's not the queen of Jack. Okay. She sits on that chair and begs. And then she said, oh, I did hear another thing. She said today that she says that there's a misconception out there that she's not on TikTok begging all day. Okay. We all know that that's such a big crock of crap. Okay. She sits on her ass on that chair for so long. I bet you her ass looks like a piece of plywood. Okay. Flat as straight and flat, because all she does, she's on there morning, noon, and night. She'll sleep for maybe 3 or 4 hours and get back on. And then she says, I cook dinner. How many times, guys, have we seen her getting food delivered, or her husband bringing her food? Mr. Mom bringing her food. Okay. Or going out and picking up food. She does not cook every day. Who would, she's so freaking delusional that she thinks that we believe her shit. She really thinks that she has us fooled, that I only get on there, a few hours a day and do my battles. No, you are literally on this app 10, 11 hours. The level of lies, the way she lies so much it's mind blowing. Just like when her charges got exposed. Okay, what was the first thing? Oh, it's not me. Y'all got the wrong Carla, goofies. Y'all are weirdos. Y'all got the wrong Carla. And then she did her whole, we've been down that, rabbit hole and everything. But the thing is leopards don't change their spots, y'all. Okay, they don't change. And the fact is right now, the whole purpose of her going on that live with Poncho today is just like HB did. It's trying to save face. She's becoming irrelevant, and she doesn't know how to deal with it. She's not getting the views that she was getting when she was battling Ash, and it's it's bothering her. She's not getting that because for her, views equal coins, and when the views aren't there, it's bothering her. It's, she needs to make that money. And the thing is that it's she's trying getting on there with Pancho. She's trying to stay relevant, y'all. I really debated even coming on here because I was like, we should let her just go away, let her die out, and let her just fade away and just go away. But the thing is she did say some stuff today. Please, okay, you know what, you have talked and talked and talked, Carla. I know you're listening, or your minions are. All you've done since you've been on this platform is talk about your attorneys, your 4 full-time private investigators, your hip-hop love and attorney, or whatever it is. Okay, we all know you don't have an attorney. You've never had one. You didn't even get an attorney at the absolute time you should have gotten an attorney, when you were hit with lawsuits. You were served with those lawsuits and you still didn't hire an attorney. So you think we're stupid when you think you're going to get on this platform and say you're going to sue me or Carol or Alma or Amy or Soldier Boy's whole chat, his entire chat, because of harassment, because we're all discussing public records. Okay, the thing is, you won't pay for an attorney because you're too greedy. We know you're greedy because you go from restaurant to restaurant asking for military discounts. Okay, asking for an honor discount. You wiggle your way out, you go to places, you attend events, and then you decide later on that you're entitled to a refund on indoor event because it rained outside. That's the way you think. People like us, the real boss ladies out here that have our jobs or staying at home and raising our kids and spending quality time with our kids, okay? We're the real bosses. You ain't shit. Okay, you talk so much mess on this app. Oh, I got an attorney and this and that. Like I said, you didn't even hire an attorney when you should have. You won't hire an attorney. And the thing is that you will never change. You are who you are. But I'm just saying, the message I want you to receive is that we know who you are too. Okay, you might have a few people fold on this platform that think that you're a real heifer. Okay, but you're a pile of shit. All right, guys, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna say this, Carol, and you know what? She plays it out. She wanted to drop my photos because she thought she was doing something. She wanted to send them out. She wanted to do it, and then she's like, "Oh, you're a mother. You shouldn't be doing those things." Let me tell you something. She shouldn't throw shouldn't throw stones at glass houses because she sits here and acts like she hasn't sent photos to her top gifters. And I have proof of it. And she wants to, let me say allegedly. Stop throwing stones at glass houses, girl. Stop throwing stones. Because what you think people don't know, people know. Okay? People know. And I'm not dirty and grimy like you are, girl. But I'm going to tell you, people talk. People talk. And let me tell you something else. Who the hell does she think she wants to talk and play all of these little games? She begged somebody whose house was ruined in a hurricane. Begged them. Trashed their name because she couldn't show up for a battle for a glove. This woman lost her entire house. Her entire everything. And Carla sat there and trashed the girl. And don't sit in here and be like grown women, right? This girl deserves everything that she gets. And I'm telling you now, I'm not backing down from these charges. And she thinks that I am. I hope you sit in jail. And don't sit here and cry about, I have prior felonies. Because that's what she said, right? I have prior felonies. I'm going to get locked up. Girl, you should have thought about that before you started messing with people on TikTok. It's the quiet ones who always stand silent. You all thought that I was going to sit here and back down. You guys came at me. I told you to stop coming at me. You guys kept coming at me for months and months and months you came. And now you're fucked. And I don't even care. So at the end of the day, you screwed over somebody who was a gifter to you, a major gifter to you, and took him for all that he was worth, took him for everything. Then you trashed somebody who lost her house in a hurricane over a glove. Then let's clock something else. There was another one of her gifters who had a child who had autism, and his first words were mommy at the 5 years old. You know what she did? She clipped it and sent it back to that person and said, I hope he never speaks again. You are a trash person. Oh, let me say allegedly because, but let me tell you something. People got receipts, girl. People got receipts. And when you're sitting up here talking about, I have no assets and I have no this, just know that I have I have 20K on my wrist. I own 2 houses. My houses is 6 bedrooms and 5 baths. I have everything, girl, and it's all at my attorney's office, and they're coming for you. So not only are you about to be sitting in jail, but you're about to getting that lawsuit too.
Saying in the chat they want to know if Carla is aware of the charges. Yes, guys, she's aware. She knows about them. She claims that she's not worried, but what she's doing behind the scenes as far as messages she's trying to get to Tasha screams otherwise. She wants to get on this platform and act like she's unbothered and that she's not concerned. But trust me when I tell you this, and I don't lie, she is doing the most behind the scenes. She is desperately trying to get people, I've seen it myself, to message Tasha and beg her to talk to Tasha. Talk to her. And you know why I believe it too? Because not only does she lie, but just like when I was going to come forward with her charges, I posted the receipts. The receipts are on my page. When I told her I was going to come forward and publish her charges, she was begging for me to talk to her offline. And I posted the screenshots of her messaging me. Hey girl, can we talk? Can we talk? Because she knew I was going to publish. I posted, they're on my page. Okay. I don't got nothing to say to you. But that's what she does. She doesn't want everybody on the platform to know that things bother her, to know that her image has been dragged on this platform. She came onto this platform and, like I said, the self-proclaimed queen of TikTok. She came on this platform because she wanted everybody to think, and you know what? I got to tell y'all too. I've told you this, Carol. I really thought in the beginning when I first saw her, I was like, oh damn, I bow to you. You got, you're a boss bitch. Yeah, I give it to you. Because I believed her. She said at that time she was trying to pass the narrative that she had a trucking empire. She had 11 trucks. She had commercial properties that she was renting out. She had residential Airbnbs. It was so much bullshit. But see, what happened was that after time, I'm like, okay, how are you this real boss bitch and you got all these businesses going, but you're sitting on this app for 10, 11 hours a day? It's just not making sense. Make it make sense. How are you running all these successful businesses and a family and, and you're on this app begging for money? So eventually I saw through it, and then I was like, no. And then just like there's another T page, what they build their whole format on is what they do is they expose the gifters, especially with Ash. I'm not sure if that's what they're still doing, but what they would do is they would they would expose the gifters that were gifting Ash. And so I guess, trying to shame them out of gifting her. And it worked. I thought that was a great thing. Well, hey, why don't we take this in a different direction? The people who are, are going on live with her and battling with her, let's go after them. Okay. Now, just from my perspective, like when the whole HB thing was, the thing is I'm not an HB fan. Let's get that straight right now. Okay. I am not. But what I will say is at least HB had the common sense to get in front of her charges instead of behind them. Okay. Because remember, HB was like, hey, I acknowledge it. I had an assault charge. This is what it is. And so, of course, yeah, what she said is true. So she put me in a position where I couldn't do anything because she already spoke her truth. She spoke her truth. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan, but hey, she was as far as I was concerned and me pulling her record, she was untouchable. Okay. And I give her that, but at least she had the sense in doing that. But Carla was out here hiding behind her religion, her faith, her fake businesses, her fake, all this stuff. And it was like, no. She was trying too hard to show us or throw in our face that she was better than us. Those are the ones that that are really, they've got skeletons in their closet. And that's why I did what I did. But in all fairness, I tried to tell her, hey, you don't want to be affiliated here. You don't want to go here. Remember, she was like, nobody's going to threaten me. Nobody's going to threaten me. Okay, I'm not going to threaten you, but I am going to come forward with your charges. And then, like I said, when all that got exposed,
her first reaction was, it's not me, we had the wrong Carla. And then it was her, and then she tried to gaslight everybody and say, oh, it was just using fake identity. And again, let me break it down for those of you who are new here. It was just, I just used a fake ID. You got a felony charge. You got a felony charge. Okay. You don't get a felony charge and a $5,000 fine for using a fake ID. That just doesn't happen, especially when you claim that you're a minor when it happened, which we know you weren't. So there's that. She said today on Pancho's Live that the whole 5 hour thing was with the landlord had put that on the police report. No, that's on the police report. The landlord didn't. You know who does? The landlord didn't do the police report. The police do the police report. Okay, so it's what I'm just trying to convey to everybody is that every time she opens her mouth, it's a lie. She can't get around these charges. She has multiple child abuse charges. She's saying that there's an umbrella of charges that doesn't make any sense. And the thing is she thinks that she's the smartest one in the room. She thinks she's smarter than us. She's not. Okay. The only thing she's really, really good at is lying. And she's got a few people fooled, but not all of us. Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
How do you go on maybe 6 hours before you go onto an interview with somebody talking about, I'm changing my ways, I'm doing this and I'm doing that? Because a real boss would have told another person, you know what, I'm trying to change. I'm not going to speak about it. I'm not going to talk about it. We're not speaking anything that has happened from today previously. But did she? No. Why? Because she is sitting here trying to clean up her image, and that's all she wants to do. All she wants to do is when they come and put the handcuffs on her and they come and click her into that police car, she wants to make sure that she has a cleaner image. And guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, what she's going to need to be doing is selling autographed mugshot pictures from her jail cell if she wants to raise money. And you know what? I probably just gave her an idea.
Guys, I'll add Alma in a little bit. We're just doing because they had information to share. We'll add her. I know I see you guys. Sorry, guys. So just to do a recap, we call her Carla because we do not call her Heffa because she's not no boss. So if you missed it, Carla, aka Heffa, for those that just came in. We were supposed to do an apology, but you guys missed it because I did not apologize for anything. You actually missed all 3 apologies for this. It can be repeated because it was from the heart. So somebody will clip it. TikTok Karma will have it on her account as well. Tasha, if you guys don't know who Tasha is, if you guys are new here, Tasha was actually a gifter, an ex-gifter of Carla months ago. Well, she would message Tasha while Tasha was sick, and we shared this on another live. Now, she also came in live with 2 other men at some point, and she actually said that Tasha was never sick, that basically she was lying about her health. And that's not true because, of course, she's not going to share that on the internet. But Menace and I were able to see the documents, and she did, and she's gone through a lot, you guys. So she actually said that. I don't have to say alleged because there's videos of that. Now, during that live, she also said that the other men had shared, 1 or 2 allegedly, had shared pictures, private pictures of Tasha that she had shared with one of the gentlemen and threatened that she would show them to other people. Well, the next day, those pictures started circulating. How crazy that right after she said that, they happened to show up the next day. As a team effort, we were able to get that account bananas during that time. But she actually went on live today trying to make herself look good because she's trying to be the Carla Trevino now and try to clean her image. And she's trying to fool everybody, talk about for my supporters, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But Tasha was able to share with us that allegedly she also was being rude to another gifter during the time that the hurricane happened. Sorry, you guys. Why are you barking? And Not only that, there's been other information that Tasha has shared as well. So when you guys think of Carla Heffa, she is no Heffa. She's one. Not only did she not show all the lawsuits that are against her right now, and she's had, is not only one, guys. What she showed was nothing because all the documents are there. I have the documents as well. They've been shared. I read them. There are a lot of documents. So it's not anything where it's just a he shade. They're public records. You guys, if you guys go to Menace page, you guys would find all the information on her and you guys will be able to look it up yourself as well. Now, credit goes to Menace, credit goes to Mr. Homie because he actually brought everything out. And recently, he also brought up another lawsuit that was put against him from the company Geico, the lizard. You guys know the lizard. Again, we have to say allegedly for educational purposes, but that was also another one that was just recently found due to an incident as well. So that's just a small recap. Back to you guys, Menace and Tasha. Well, open the door.
Hey, Carol, is it okay? Because you know what? Speaking on that, I don't know. I know that they were tagging homie, but what about? I know another one who had a lot of the info with the shady backroom stuff going on with the trucking company was Bam Bam.
Oh
Could
yes,
we add Bam Bam?
yes.
Could we add her? I think she's in here.
Let me.
That goes to, she just straight lied in Pancho's thing about me today, but that goes to another thing because you know what? She even contacted me and I have the receipts to prove that too. She even contacted me about one of her drivers because she didn't have insurance on them. She wanted me to help with their medical because they got into an accident. And she's like, "Oh, I don't have medical. So can you help me because I do medical stuff." So she sits here and she wants to sit here and claim that she's this and she's this and she's nothing. She's absolutely nothing.
Hi,
You guys are already posted on my page. I've already posted these receipts. Oh, and then she upped what she said today too. Oh, I gifted her all of this stuff. No, you didn't, girl. You told a half truth. Because in your own words from her own text messages, which I posted again, which is on my page, I literally posted, she said, I gifted her all of this, right? I put the text message where she gifted. No, she didn't gift me 300K. And if you go to my page, the messages are on there. She did not post both text messages. She posted the one message. No, she did not. She posted the one message where she hit on a glove. And if you know the battling world, it'll hit on the glove. What she threw was 110K. That's what she threw. Not even any, and it's not about the gifting, but in her own words, she says, oh, I said, what's the difference between the two scores? I said, what's the bigger one? She says, that's everything that hit on the glove. I said, what's the lower one? She says, that's what I actually threw. And it's in her own words, in text messages, and the receipts are already posted on my page.
Yeah, I saw
a while ago. I stopped gifting her. And she wants to act like, oh, I sent this and I sent that. Stop. You're making yourself look like a clown because I never denied that. When I even told you guys, I said, yeah, she gifted one or two. That was it. I don't hide nothing. But she wants to sit here and keep playing these games. I'm going to come back 10 more toes. And I'm telling you the receipts. And she wants to talk about she's a perfect mother. I could release those text messages too.
Mr. Homie, hi. I know a lot of people are new here and they don't know. And I was asking Bam Bam as well. How many lawsuits does she have total?
So we found the two original ones when we pulled those up. We found the two original ones, which were for the intermodal chassis, which is equipment used to haul shipping containers. And then upon doing some more research, I pulled up it's a little bit over $13,000 lawsuit between Geico. The insurance company ended up taking the trucking company on a lawsuit because one of the drivers was involved in an accident, and that's why they ended up getting that lawsuit. That one they ended up settling out of court, and I have all the paperwork for that. So That's 3 lawsuits so far. Giovanni, Carla's husband, has outstanding uh, debt for from a debt collector. The debt collector took him to court, and he owes about $557 still since 2021. And I found a big rap sheet. Well, not only one, but several. And I got to verify date of birth and everything. But we're talking about 4 to 6 pages long. So I'm going to end up, I'm going to just verify date of birth with everything. But it's been a big process in gathering all the information, and I'm not even done yet because I'm only Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I'm still looking in surrounding states to gather anything that I can on Giovanni, because Giovanni has 2 folders now, and that's Carla's husband. And Carla has 3 folders. So when he called us cockroaches, I took that to heart, and I said, oh, you want to call us cockroaches? I'm going to show you what a cockroach could do.
Good for you.
And if you guys not seen Bam Bam on live, she has a lot of knowledge in regards to trucking and everything as well. So she's helped clear a lot of the information on those lawsuits as well with Mr. Homie.
Yes. I think one thing that he left out was Carla's truck had about 11 violations, and that was in September of that year. I believe it was 2021. And then a month later, that same truck with the 11 violations got in an accident. So I have been looking to see if there was a lawsuit for that one. There was injuries. People, vehicles were towed away. I think that was 2 cars and the truck as well. But like I always say, she should be pouring that money back into her company, fixing her safety. She has really bad safety scores. She has a straight truck along with her containers. She says she runs 11 trucks, but you see a lot of repetitiveness with the VIN numbers. So I haven't seen 7, 11, 22 trucks. I've only seen 3, and one of those is a box truck. So I don't know how true that is or how successful her business is, but I'm not seeing that on paper at all. And she's not paying for her to be a boss. They don't pay their bills. They don't pay their insurance. And for your insurance to lapse, it takes 45 days for your insurance to lapse and your authority to be revoked. And Mexican Homie can back me up with this. They've lost their authority so many times, their insurance so many times. It's like a constant thing for them. So I thought bosses paid their bills.
Hey,
On
Brenda.
Reddit.
Oh, go ahead.
It's
I'm sorry.
literally on Reddit. There's a whole video on Reddit where she quote unquote accidentally forgot to pay her insurance and the truck couldn't run for like 1 or 2 days. And that she was sitting on live trying to pay the insurance and then she couldn't. It's
It takes
literally
2
on Reddit,
days.
a whole video.
Once you pay it, it takes 2 days to
Reinstate.
process it, to reinstate it. Yes, to bind it and reinstate it. So she had 45 days to pay it before it went out, and she didn't.
Wasn't there a citation also, correct me if I'm wrong, about an actual driver without a CDL
He
license?
had an expired driver's license, CDL, and he had an expired medical card. Yes, he was operating a CMV with expired information. That is correct.
They've been hit with that not once, not twice, but 3 times already. And I have all the violations on in a folder. So the violations has a folder for itself for the trucking company, which is horrible. And so on 3 separate occasions, they have been hit from no CDL, no medical certificate. The list goes on and on. The logs, the logs are off because they're not doing the logs properly.
They're operating behind the hours of service. She's running her drivers after hours. They clearly told them that they're tired. She was on a call late at night and she's begging the driver to take in a container and he's telling her, I'm tired, and she's still pushing. Oh, I'll pay more, I'll pay more, I'll pay more. Sorry, homie.
No, and when I ended up pulling up the new paperwork on the revocations, I was showing it the other day. It was kind of So say on the Safer website, you're able to pull, the insurance history. But I went to, I think it's Broker Snap or Snap Broker. I got to look at the website, and you have to have an account with them. And in order to obtain, sorry, my grandbabies are in the background going crazy. In order to obtain an account, I went ahead and did it with, I think it's called Broker Snap. And I was able to pull up the amount of revocations was ridiculous because the way they have it broke down is different from the Safer website. And I was all like, oh my goodness, obviously they're not paying their bills. Obviously, they're trying to undercut the drivers or just not paying the drivers. There's a lot going on, with this what they call a legitimate business. No, the the two accident reports that I've showed so far, both times the trucks had to be towed away. So if the trucks had to be towed away, it must have been pretty serious because it's not a minor fender bender. So when they have to tow a semi truck away, well, it's nothing, small. And then when you get sued, and Geico has to take you to court for damages and injuries. I mean, it goes to show how that company is being ran.
Like a fraud, maybe?
Let me say this real quick. I had a broker friend of mine look at their information on the broker side. They use different technology. He said they would not touch them with a 10-foot pole because their scores are so bad. He was like, how are they still in business? He asked me that. He said, how are they still in business? And he said a lot of their work probably comes from companies that they know that they've built relationships with outside. He said because most brokers wouldn't work with them.
The thing that I've been asked is how do they remain in business? Like Bam Bam said, that more than likely they're going to trigger that audit, and when they do an audit on them, it's not going to go very well for them because they'll end up shutting down their authority, and they won't be able to conduct business. Uh, they still, for Carla talking about it's legitimate, how come the carrier information has not been updated still till I could check it right now through the Safer website. It hasn't been updated. And the VMT, last time I checked, is still outdated.
Yep, I just checked.
Is it still the same?
Still exactly the same. Yep. They'll
When are
probably
they going to
get
update?
they'll probably get put out of business, and once you go through an audit and it becomes a condition audit, you have certain conditions you have to abide by. A lot of times when you're in condition and you're already a shady business, insurance companies won't work with you, and then you get blue listed, and when you get blue listed, they charge you more because you're higher risk, which I think they've already been blue listed because they were paying for they had they had Prime, and Prime is like the worst insurance you can get. That's when you have real issues. So they've had Prime, they've been with Prime. Next is you get blacklisted. So once you're blacklisted, nobody will touch you. So you'll either have to start a new company, but they're probably listed and blacklisted for their individual names as well. So they'll have to go a different route and put it under someone else's name. And she loves to use her mom's name, so her mom will probably have a trucking company in her name as well. I'm just
So what I'll end up doing is I'm going to, I have a lot of documents I still haven't released, and I'm not going to give Carla the heads up. There's a lot of documents that I've been holding back on. And Carla's going to find out real soon what I'm going to be dropping on her and her husband. They're not going to like it. I could care less. But that's a whole nother separate folder of documents. And she's going to be very upset when I drop those. But I want to thank you, Carol C. and Menace to NS,
Thank you,
Tasha,
Lee.
Bam Bam. And I'm going to get out of here, and I hope you have a blessed evening. I'll stay in the comments section. And thank you for giving me an opportunity in the box.
Have a good
have
night,
a good
homie.
night.
Good night.
Thank you.
I'm gonna drop down too, guys. Thanks for bringing me up.
Thank you, Bam Bam.
Me too. I'm still listening, but I'm going to drop down also. Have a good night.
I'm bringing up. I'm bringing Alma as well. Tasha, did you have anything else you want to add?
No, I just wanted to say thank you, Carol, because when I was alerted to Pancho's live earlier today, uh, I just found it extremely comical. Um, that you would sit up there and that you would continuously lie. Um, Especially when you preach about how you're changing and how you're this. And another thing, if you have a real attorney, the real attorney is going to tell you, keep your mouth shut. You are about to be in a legal battle. Keep your mouth shut. She's not keeping her mouth shut. She wants to keep running it. And that's all she does is she just keeps running it and running it and running it. Because no attorney in their right mind is going to say, get on TikTok and keep talking about it so people can record you and they're gonna keep recording you so she has more evidence. Because you admitted today to Pancho, yeah, I did have the pictures. Ha ha ha. Girl, I got it clipped already, saved, and it was already sent to my attorney and the detectives already. So go ahead about yourself. Keep getting on live. Keep doing what you're doing because people are going to keep clocking it. People are going to keep recording it and people are going to keep sending it. And you know what? It's all that's going to happen is because it's going to keep going to the detectives, it's going to keep going to the attorneys, and all you're going to keep doing is digging yourself into a hole that's bigger and bigger.
Yes. Thank you, Tasha.
Thank you guys for having me up. I appreciate it. I'm going to drop down and I'm going to go into the comments too, but that's all I had to say because what we're not going to do is we're not going to lie. That's what we're not going to do.
Definitely.
So we're not going to sit up here. We're not going to tell lies, especially when I've already clocked you on all of your things, posted all of my receipts and posted more receipts. And she keeps coming. I'm going to post more and more. So you guys have a great night. I'm doing fine. My other surgery is coming up. So I'll be letting you guys know. But thank you guys all for the prayers. I appreciate it. The well wishes. Every time you guys pray for me, every time you guys send me messages, I get them all. I read them. I try and respond. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys. And just continue the prayers. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
We're praying for you. Thank you, Tasha.
Carol, I just want to say there's somebody in the chat who he wants to come up. Okay. You know, I'm sure everybody is aware of what happened with Sergio.
Sergio was the one who gifted her big, right?
Yes. And Sergio is here. And I told him if he wanted to come up to talk and tell his side, Sergio is willing to come up and talk and tell his side.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can comment, Sergio, and then I'll send you the invitation, or if you can request. And guys, we're not gonna be focusing on the wrong thing, please. We're gonna go ahead and focus on what we're listening right now.
Okay, Carol, I'm gonna jump down. I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to set the record straight for the baby mama. I just thought it was really unfair that she's still talking about her and she's not going to be here to stand up for herself. But just so everybody knows again, they didn't raise Anna's son since he was little. He didn't start living with them until he was a teenager. And that was his decision to live with his dad. Any teenage boy would say that. You know, so I just wanted to put it out there. And she didn't make him quit school to work and help her pay bills. That's completely wrong too. So I just wanted to put that out there. But thanks for letting me up.
Awesome. Hi, Sergio. Welcome in.
How's everyone going? Hey, Natasha.
I'm here for you. I got you. So.
No, just, yeah, I don't care. I'll say that person's evil. She's, just, yeah. Is okay. So the way I came across with her was I was going through a lot, just divorce, I was in a bad spot, and it wasn't like, I was trying to, yeah, who's this lady, she's hot. Not even. It was just, she came across like a Christian person, a nice person, someone that's going to be there, it was there. And then she started hitting me up about like, how's do I know about how the battling goes and this and that, and so we started talking, and okay, well, if you help me out, I'll help you grow up in this platform, and the thing was cool. She would, I would throw, she would throw back, and then little by little, so like I started saying, "Hey, where's it at? You know, you're not throwing it back, and this and that." And then that's when all hell broke loose, and nothing ever came back. Noticing and then seeing, I was dumb and naive. Yeah, no one forced me to do it, but when you're entrusting somebody, you know, and I'm in the hospital, and she said, "Oh, I just need you, you know, for one bite." You know, it's like, come on, really? Like, I would start branching off. Oh, and then she started following me, going to other people's life. Don't go to this person, no, that person, you know, and then it's just how they could use the fact that they're a Christian person trying to do this and that and help people when they're not helping them, they're just screwing them over. And it's just yeah, she blocked someone that wanted to gift me because I just got out of the hospital. She wanted to send me a gift basket, and she would not give her up my address to where I was because she was afraid that she was gonna take me as a gifter.
Wow.
And I have screenshots. Oh, like from the Discord, she removed me from Discord. Oh, I just need you to help me pay for my house and some bills. You know, this and that. And I have this. I have the receipts. It's fucking crazy. It's. So I just want people to be careful.
And I know I've seen you I think on a live where you actually confronted her, and the thing is, like, people tell me, oh well, you should bring her on. I don't bring her on because she doesn't let you talk. She starts yelling, and that's her only defense mechanism, just to start
And
yelling.
yeah, and I said this in that. I remember the one that live, and I said this before. Nothing I can say is gonna fix anything that's happened. You know what I mean? But just the fact that they could be so, and then throw people's kids into the mix. You know what I mean? Like, don't. Si vas a cagar donde vives, caga ahí sola. You know, like, I don't know how to translate that. Like, you know, like if you're gonna shit where you live, shit by yourself. Don't bring people's families into it. You know, and
Exactly.
now like I could have gone off and said this and that, but what's gonna happen? Nothing. But now look at everything's falling apart on her. Because I mean, I believe in karma, and it's I don't know. It is what it is.
And I told you guys, and I told, and every, like, people keep saying, well, you gift her, but this is what we talk about recycling. She always wants you to go in, and then she brings it back, and then she makes it seem like, well, that was the kindness of my heart. Kindness of your heart is you're not expecting it back. You're expecting that later when you're on a battle for them to come and shoot that same amount of gifts. Generally, it's if I'm battling and you want to support me, cool, but don't expect that tomorrow when you're battling I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So now,
And
sir,
then if she does have a battle or she wants to support, she won't do it herself. She'll send people from her team, the mods, to do it. She was doing this whole gift the gifter, you know, bless the gifter, you know, and everything, and sending her team to go and gift, and not her. And then tell everyone, oh, put hashtag Team Hefa in you know, team, you know, whatever. So she gets all the credit. But why do you do stuff like that? If you want to bless someone, bless it on the side. Don't, you know. I don't believe in publicizing, you know, anything I do to help people. You know,
exactly. And she does that because during Christmas time, during December, she would tell, oh, I want to bless somebody chat. And then she will bring on somebody that would have 2, 3 viewers, but would send her chat to send them gifts. She wasn't specifically sending a whole lion to that person. It was her gifters because she wasn't going to take any money out of her pocket to gift anybody.
yeah, like she wouldn't. And she said, oh well, I set up a battle. I said, no, you set me up a battle for somebody that you didn't even because I was gonna have a battle, you know, with somebody else. She didn't want it. She didn't want me to. She set me up last second with somebody else, and she didn't even throw nothing. The only time she really gifted me was when I was leaving. When I started, I'm not gonna do this no more. I figured out what she was doing, and then that's when she started going around, you know, giving me a couple of this and a couple of that. Nothing compared. I've believed her, and I lost my whole savings to her. Now, is it completely? It is my fault because I was blind and naive at it. But the fact is, all these things, and when I started confronting her about it, then that's when she stopped. You know, everything just, and then I was a bad guy. I mean,
Did she drag you too, Sergio, as soon as you were done? She dragged you too? She tried to drag you?
oh yeah, she tried to drag me down too. It's yeah,
It is heartbreaking.
but
Yes, thank you guys for saying that. It's crazy because we see this person that can and listen to. This is where I tell you guys that using God attracts people, because you never know which person is scrolling and at that moment are needing words of comfort, words of God. And that's what she does. Look at Ash right now with the guy she's with. She's talking about God so much because the guy that's managing her talks about God. So he's coaching her to use God to make them look themselves better. But it's like, we know you. You can't change in 24 hours. Just like Carla, she bashes every day. And then she says she doesn't. Like, people keep saying, oh, heartbreaking. Yeah, yes, her heartbreaking say, yes, I do it. I banter. Carla banters, calls you broke, calls you this, calls you that, has not one, but two cancer victims admitted on live that she was trying to scam Charlene, asking another creator to battle so to get half of whatever.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
So, guys, come on.
No, and this whole thing, like she would. Well, it would be Sunday. She would call me, but she didn't have my phone number supposedly. Call me and sit there the whole time while her husband is in church with their kids. So where's your, your godliness? Like you want to sit in your car while they're in church and then start talking about battling? Like it's just, I just feel bad, like for at this point.
Exactly.
I mean, there's some other things I just want to say, but I just, it's not, it's. I'm not trying to get banana either.
I know. Right now with the new TikTok rules, it's a lot. Somebody asked, how long were you gifting her for?
It was about 4 or 5 months, I think. Put it this way, I went from a level 30 something to 44 in a few months.
Hard, Carla,
For
come on.
what? For her just to turn around and not even help me at all, like she was promising and everything. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's crazy. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you, Tasha, for bringing more light to this. Again, guys, the reason we're talking about it right now is because she was on live with Pancho talking about us, talking about me, and wanting an apology. So I gave her an apology. This is her apology.
I'll tell you what she deserves, but that's on another moment. I mean, and then to go off on Natasha with her stuff, like you just don't do that, because God forbid, and I don't wish this on anyone, one of her loved ones gets in a situation and the tables turn, then how is that going to be? How is that going to look? How is he going to see? And again, I say this, guy, I don't wish this upon anybody, but what if one of her children gets sick and they're in the hospital and they need help, or whatever it is? That's where it comes down. It's not about the gifts. It's not about the finance. It's not about the cloud. It's not about that. It's just the morals of a person inside.
It does. It definitely is. And I'm sorry both of you have gone through this. And I told you guys, there's nothing wrong with sending a gift to people. But when you see things happening, be aware of what they're telling you. Be aware of.
And if I'm sorry to cut you off. This is the big thing. If they're promising you shit, that's the thing. If they're promising you stuff, I'm getting worked up. But like, just you know what I mean. Like, if they promise you something, don't. Be wise. At the end of the day, you can give to whoever you want. Just be careful. Don't fall into it.
Yeah, now she's wanting to start a battle agency.
Agency what? She needs to go to school about how to get proper insurance. The fuck?
Exactly.
Hold on.
All right, guys. There's my apology. That,
Hashtag cancel Heffa.
huh?
Hashtag cancel Heffa.
Yes, hashtag cancel Heffa. Unfollow. When we bring stuff, you guys, we don't just talk about it. Right now, it was very impromptu, but I have all the court documents from the lawsuits. I have them in my email. Mr. Homie shared them with me. Mr. Homie has been on live. If you guys have not seen his live,
Supposedly she wanted to sue me. For what? She already took everything. What the fuck she want from me?
Yeah, she's trying to sue everybody. She's been trying to sue. She even said she had 4 private investigators looking for Menace. Then she said she found her and she sent her cat food that was never there. She also said that Menace is this old lady that sits at her house miserable with no husband and her cats. Menace is in a happily marriage. Like, she doesn't have to share that. she exposed her picture trying to make Menace to be this horrible lady, which she's a beautiful lady. We're all beautiful. But she makes it seem like our age. And I've always told you guys on my lives, the first thing they're gonna come at you is your age and your looks. That's all. Like when they don't have anything else, that's all they're gonna say. She also said that she had sent a cease and desist letter to Menace, which was never received. She also said that about Amy, same thing. Amy has never received anything either. So it's just full of lies, guys. All lies.
Thank you, Sario, for coming out. I just want to
Yeah,
be
no
clear that
worries.
she did promise you, in order for you to gift her, she was promising you stuff back.
Oh yeah, and I yet have to see it.
Okay. I just want to make that clarification.
Yes, and anytime you guys would like to share, I know she's gonna do another live. You guys are welcome to let me know, and we can always show those receipts as well. Because I know people will ask, but anytime, let me know, and we can do this, and we can.
Yeah, I think Natasha still has the receipts of what I sent her, or what I have on Discord sent, or whatever that thing's name
Yeah, the
is.
Discord.
All right, you guys be safe, stay
Thank you.
blessed, and be
Appreciate
careful.
both.
All right, Natasha, be careful.
You too.
Be safe.